Here he comes.
Time's of the essence, that's the
Okay.
crazy.
I think I was.
This is.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bobby. Are we ready? All right, let's call this January 12th, 2026 meeting of the Kansas City Town Council to order, and we will begin with an opening prayer.
Father in heaven, we're thankful for this new day that you've given us, this new year that we've entered into. As we reflect on the last year, just thank you for your faithfulness in our lives and for the help of this council, that as you've been able to guide them and direct them, and pray you continue to give them wisdom as they make decisions and affect the community. And I pray you watch over them, dear Lord. And Lord, we lift up the Riggs family as many in the community have come together to support and show their love, and prayers for them. Pray you continue to just be with this family and provide their every need. We pray to God, and Lord, just continue to guide us in the days ahead. We pray in Christ's name.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Sherry, you want to do the roll call?
I sure do. Jim McLean?
Virtually present.
Okay. Mike Amy?
Present.
Debbie McKinley? Here. Gary Cole?
Here.
Jim King?
Virtually present.
All right.
Okay. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes and the claims and the financials?
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
There's two of them. There's two sets. December
Yep, the ones for December
8th.
8th.
Okay, we'll accept December 8th.
And
That's gonna be on you.
That's me, I did the second. I second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 And
29th.
29th.
Second that.
I have a motion and a second for approving the minutes of the 29th. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? None? Okay, now the claims.
Before we go too far, I know those guys are saying yay. They really cannot vote when virtual, if you remember.
They
can
can't vote?
discuss. That's right.
Okay.
But it's nice to know your opinion anyway.
I make a motion, we accept the claims.
I second that motion.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye. And I'll make a motion, we accept the financials.
I'll second that as well.
And okay, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? There we go.
Just a procedural question real quick.
You're not
Yes.
allowed.
Yes, you can ask questions.
Oh.
Bob, a quick question. So
Yeah.
I know for virtual participation in all other boards I'm in, which are state managed boards, you can vote if you're visible. So
That's correct.
at a town-
Oh, I guess you are visible. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they are visible.
I didn't even look up the window. Never mind. This is new to see you guys here, so
So they
you're
can-
fine. You can vote now.
I was a little confused
You want us
there.
to
Yeah, we're
start
not used to
everybody in?
seeing you up there. Sorry.
All right. So
It's
we're
fine.
Hasn't snowed on you this year? In Florida?
So,
snow.
no snow.
Yeah, last year it snowed the whole time you were down, or quite a bit, didn't it?
Just for a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
Is it
It
going
was
on?
gone in 3 days, so.
Are we back on?
Yep, we're good.
All right.
All right.
All right, next up will be bids for the farm ground lease.
Mhm.
We have that here.
We just had one.
Yep, just the one bid.
Mhm.
And it is from R.L. Myers Family Farms. And he's bidding $150 an acre, 2026 through 2030. And it will consist of 5 annual installments of $2,400 for the acreage there. Any discussion? Anyone have any discussion on that? I think that matches kind of what we were talking about in the last meeting.
This is technically a request for proposal, therefore that is their proposal. So it'd be incumbent upon the town, if you choose to now accept their proposal with that, and then you could go ahead and enter into the farm ground lease with them for that amount.
Do we need a motion for that?
Yes.
All right, I'll take a motion to accept this proposal from the R.L. Myers Family Farms.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, that's passed. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yep.
And now what did I do?
So do I have them sign the one that you
Yes,
sent?
you
Or
do.
you got a better one?
Well, yeah, we just
Okay,
need,
with the date.
we can sign it now and either write in or fill in their name and the amount, whichever they want to do, but you can go ahead. I'd have you sign 2 originals so that each landlord and tenant can keep it.
Okay.
Excellent.
So we're going to have everybody sign it. Okay. No, just need you to sign and then you sign that one. And then I'm just gonna. So I'm finished.
Okay,
I'm
all
gonna
right.
sign this one as well, too.
That's from big.
Okay, that's fine, just give it a call.
You can leave it if you want. You can leave it if you want.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Excited.
This has, so this is okay for Mike to sign, Bob, right?
Yes,
Okay,
I can sign this one. We're not,
you can sign that.
Okay.
And then you guys.
well, and actually, if you want to wait until Jim's back, or we can also scan it to him too, we'll
Okay.
sign that lease.
yeah, it actually
Okay,
says town
so
council
it just says,
president.
yeah, it just says president, town council president. Okay, all right. Jim, I'm gonna scan this to you if you can, if you'll be able to sign the page, Jim. McLean.
Yeah, you guys send it via email.
I can do that, yeah. You want me to? Okay,
I get it right back to you.
all righty, that's what I'll do. Okay.
All right, thanks all. All right, we'll move on to our guests. First guest is Nate Criswell, King City Youth League Baseball Commissioner.
Yeah, hey, thanks for the time, and just wanted to provide a 2025 wrap-up for CCYL and introduce our new Vice Commissioner, Gary Rushton. He got voted in at our last board meeting. So just so everybody's kind of aware of what we had going on, and what we've got planned for this next year, and then some other capital stuff we'll talk about. So last year we had 114 kids sign up through CCYL, over 11 teams. We play in the Wayne County Rec League, so we travel around to a lot of different communities in Wayne County. So we get some pretty good competition that way. Down here, we hosted 60 total games, 46 regular season, and then we hosted a 12U tournament, season-end tournament, where we had all those teams from around the county come here to play on a tournament. That was about 14 games that we played here. 2 of our local teams brought home some hardware. The 12U team, Arctic Ice, they won the regular season championship and the tournament championship. And then they were in the 12U division. And then the 10U Browers ATV team won second place in the regular season and second place in the tournament.
Nice.
So had some success, and some other good teams I know of down at the smaller levels. 2026, we got signups open up now. We have kept our pricing the same for the last, as long as I've been involved. We haven't increased it, even though prices and stuff have gone up. We've kept it all the same. So signups are now through March the 8th. Opening day will
Where are they
be
signing up at? If we do
online.
this? Oh, okay.
Yep, all online right now. We'll probably have a day or two in person over here at the fire station,
Okay.
but TBD on dates. Normally we'll do that March the 8th, that's a Sunday. We'll do like that afternoon. We might throw in another
Okay.
day. We'll just see kind of how everything's shaking and what we hear throughout the community of if people want to come. I think last year we had 1 or 2 come in person.
Yeah.
It was mostly online. So.
Okay, good.
Opening day is going to be April 25th, 2026. And then we're looking, and this is why I'm sharing this, just to get the word out in the community. We're looking to bring T-ball, which we have had in the Wayne County Rec League. We're looking to bring it back totally in-house. Just the T-ball. We love the Wayne County Rec League. We want to play 8U, 10U, 12U through them. But the T-ball, we've got some feedback from parents that, they would rather stay local, as well as be able to develop and get ready for that 8U level. So we feel like we might have a chance to do that better just staying down here, rather than sending them around the county. We are looking to, we do have 14U available as well. That would be kind of the middle school. We'll see how many numbers we get and what happens there. But the big thing is at the end of this tournament, or at the end of this year, we'll have the 8U tournament down here. Dates TBD. I'll get you guys the dates once that's all set. That'll depend on regular season when it ends and all of that. But that way you guys are aware of, because that's the biggest tournament out of the Wayne County Rec League. So there's probably 18 teams in the county usually. Usually it's about 35 to 40 games. It's a double elimination tournament. So we'll be running all 3 fields down here, evenings and maybe over a weekend day or 2. Capital improvement. So what we did in 2024, out of our own funds, it's not visible to anybody, but we put new battery boxes in down there. So we actually put there's a brand called Jocks Box. It's a synthetic box that goes underneath the batter's box. And we actually talked to a guy at Greenfield. He made his own kind of and gave us a deal because it was the first kind of proprietary set that he was going to make. They've been great. We did those in 2024. They've been awesome. So we did that. And then as you guys have seen through the PEGS outing and their donation and generosity, we painted all the buildings down there. So
It looks really
Very
good.
nice.
yeah, it's looking real nice. For 2026, we want to get both sets of kind of, we got the big batting cage, and then we've got the one over by the smaller diamond. We're going to work on those a little bit, get some new nets and stuff. That's in the plans. We've been talking about the light poles. Those are always kind of a concern of mine as I see them start to lean a little bit. We've had a couple of them braced, but ultimately we'll probably need to come up with some kind of a new solution, a long-term solution in the not super distant future. But then the biggest thing that's a little more urgent, I guess, is we've got some leaks in the roof of the main building down there, the one that we run our main concession stand out of. So I got with Dasani. We got some quotes for asphalt shingles and metal shingles. The asphalt shingle quote is just shy of $16,000. That's for the big building, and then the big, we call it the big diamond. The big diamond there, closest to Delaware, that score booth, it's leaking a little bit too. Just shy of $16,000 for asphalt, just shy of $29,000 for metal. So we've kind of talked internally. We think maybe we end up going with the asphalt, given the fact that they're about 50 cents on the dollar to the metal. But what we want to talk to you guys about is in terms of what kind of grant funds are out there. What does funding for something like that look like from your guys' side? Because that's something that, financial wise, we pretty much, we've had our meeting and have a pretty good idea how we're going about 2025, pretty much right at that break-even mark, which is where we want to be as a nonprofit. But certainly don't have enough cash flow to be able to finance that level. So we're going to need some kind of grant or help from somewhere. So I wanted to talk to you guys to get ideas and see what you might need from us.
So I'll speak up here real quick, if you don't mind. There's a couple things that come to my mind. Number one, first of all, that's a pretty hefty expenditure that's really not in our budget for this year. So we'd have a hard time coming up with those funds out of any funding we we might have. Having said that, I don't disagree that it needs to be done, and we probably should look at what opportunities are out there. A couple that come to mind pretty quickly are applying to the Wayne County Foundation for those funds. The other one is the Patronicity grant that Milton just did, which is a matching grant. We did that for the playground as well. Our playground grant is all complete now, so we are eligible to do another one. So we could make that as part of a larger grant even, and go after more. We have to raise half. So like if we wanted to get $16,000 for the roof, we could turn it in as a project for $16,000. We would raise $8,000, and they would contribute $8,000. So that's a couple options that are available, I think. I don't know if anybody else has any other ideas.
I should add, before we go on too far, the quote was specific in that the 16,000 is before any, so they came out and measured it and everything, but they're assuming that the decking is okay or repairable. If it's not, they gave us a discounted rate per deck sheet of $40 per sheet. So any kind of repair, replacement, I guess, would be potentially.
Yeah, I'd recommend if we were, we partner with you on this or whatever and apply. I mean, always count on some kind of contingency, right?
Oh, yeah.
10 to 20% contingency.
Yeah, build in
so,
some buffer in there.
that can all be included in that. And, I'd be willing to work with anybody on either of those. I don't know if we can bat around which one might be best.
Do some local fundraising too, ask around, see if we can get some help. I think there might be some people that might be willing to help out a little bit on that.
And we can, we have some money we can
Yeah.
help with ourselves also, but certainly can't foot the bill for the full thing. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Did you notice the cameras are up?
Yes,
Yep.
that's
The
awesome.
cameras now, those are up.
Now, what's the recording duration? Can you guys go back a certain amount of time, or is there like a sunset date when those go away, just in case?
I believe it's 30 days.
Okay, we'll know something within 30 days.
And we can, if there's something in there, it can be downloaded and kept.
Okay,
So,
So if you know right away.
yeah, we're gonna know pretty quick. I just didn't know, we have people checking on stuff.
and the other thing is, those are directed a certain way right now, that if it comes up, we think it needs to be directed a different direction, we can do that. So,
Sure.
if you start having a problem in a different corner or something like that, we could redirect the camera.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Cool. All right, we'll be in touch, or stay in touch here. And go from
Yeah.
there. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Mr. Sitka, Westler Engineering.
It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Has everyone had a chance to look at the tech memo that goes over the water treatment plant, electrical issues in town?
Did you get it?
I have not.
No? Well, I have copies for everybody. I can't wait for you to read it. So you're gonna have to skim.
Yeah.
Tech memos are the best.
Well,
Yeah.
so some context, what is this about? For the better half of 2025, Joe's been calling me complaining that he's got issues at the water plant in town. And I've been telling him to suck it up and deal with it. I've been telling him to suck it up and deal with it because improving the town water plant and the town wells has been on our water system master plan, right? It's slated to be scheduled. We were gonna do this eventually. Just wait, Joe, be patient. It's kept getting worse and worse throughout the year. And unfortunately, to me, it seems like it kind of came to a head over Christmas when the plant was running on generator for several days. And this is your water plant that provides service to the town. So what does this memo look at? This memo looks at improving the condition so this doesn't keep happening. Why is this happening? All of the electrical equipment that serves the town's water system is located in the basement of the town's water plant, right next to the river, the creek. We'll call it a creek just so no one gets worked up too much about it. That's not a great condition, right? Basements are wet, the equipment is old. It's led itself for old condition, old equipment to fail. Now, not all of the equipment is old in the basement. A lot of it is new stuff that we just put in last year, and that equipment's working just fine. However, the old stuff in the basement, it is not. And on top of that old in the basement, that gets partnered with the generator and the transfer switch. And mind you, that was a portable generator that was not meant to serve in this capacity back in 1980. Okay, I was guessing.
Yeah.
Whenever, that's a long time. That's a very long time to keep a portable generator in a permanent service. And on top of that, I think Joe had recently mentioned that Duke got into your service to the building, and when they started getting into the electrical service, the weatherhead, water came out of it. Those things don't go together, guys. So Joe called us out to say, let's accelerate this project, take it off your list, and see what it takes to get it done today. And that's what this memo covers. It covers taking everything that shouldn't be in the basement and relocating it upstairs, installing it in a room that Joe's crew will outfit, refurnish, fit the ceilings and floors, and make it suitable to install this equipment, and install the new equipment out of the floodplain. This will, I hate to say stop, but it'll improve all of the negative conditions that the aged and poorly located equipment present to you right now. Does all that make sense up to this point? All right, the painful part. What's this gonna cost? Back page, easy to see. I forget what it is. Total is about $370,000. All right, that's not great. What are our options to deal with this? Option number one, we've got money left in our SRF loan. Last time I checked on it, it was the middle of 25, and they said there was about 330,000 left then. So I'm gonna round down just to be safe. Let's call it an even 300,000. So there's about a $70,000 gap that we need to look at, that we need to fund somehow. I'm just assuming that no one's got it in their pocket, ready to go. So I took it upon myself to look into some grants and loans that are out there, and I found one loan option that's pretty attractive for us. The loan option is through the Rural Water Financing Association, and it is up to $200,000 for water system projects that address risk and resiliency needs. So when it comes to applicability, man, we fit great. But unfortunately, that does mean more financing, more loans, and more things to think about and consider that I know no one wanted to do right now. So here for a couple reasons. One, wanted to make you aware of what this condition is and what it's going to cost to fix it. Two, I wanted to get your permission to incorporate this in the SRF project today. That means we would prepare a PER amendment telling SRF, this can't wait, and we need to do it yesterday. That would give us access to that funding to spend now to make it an eligible piece.
Adam, didn't you say this loan offered a very good interest rate?
Let me get to that. I was talking about the SRF loan. The next thing I'd like your permission on is to pursue this loan that Gary brought up, and it has a very low rate. It was like 3.1, I think. So I'd like to look into that program, submit an application, and understand if we qualify. Now, the next decision we have to make is what kind of a loan, if we want to go that route, what amount do we want to look at? Is that something where we just want to look at covering this gap? Is that something where we perhaps want to look at maybe taking out the full amount, which would still allow us to do most of the hydrant replacements that we had scoped earlier? Certainly don't want to make more work than we need, but if we need to go for this funding, for this additional loan, there will be more work attached with that. There'll be a rate study, and this new agency will want to make sure we're good for that they can give us the money and we'll pay it back. If we're going through all that effort, I hate to say just for $70,000, but if there's the potential to get $200,000.
What are the hydrants going to cost?
Oh, you would ask that, Gary. I don't have that memorized, I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, something around 200,000.
We had more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah.
So this would allow us to take on a majority of the hydrants,
Hmm.
but I don't know if it makes sense for us to take on more debt right now. So that's the decision for down the road. The decision for today is, do we want to do something with this? Do I have your permission to get a hold of SRF and let them know this is the direction we want to go? And do I have your permission to contact the Rural Water Funding Agency and submit an application for the loan?
Does letting SRF know that you want to use the rest of this money bind them to this though? That means that they have to?
No, we let them know what we want to use the rest of our money for. This will be the third time. So all that does is let them know we're ready to do this.
Not commit them to the whole
Exactly,
thing.
yes, yep. But we previously did that for the hydrants and valves work, and we would just have to undo that with this piece.
So this is just like a warning order, we can call it.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
there any way to
Yeah,
shake
something's
this
coming down
down
the line
a little bit, take something off or something different to bring that down?
Is any of this included in like the next phase of, we were gonna do the next phase, so could we do enough now to fix this to get by until the next phase kicks in and not borrow money
All of the scope in here is bare bones on what's needed for this
to
electric.
get us over the hump right
Yep.
now?
We've already looked at having Joe's crew do all the non-electrical work, and I tried getting him to install mini split, but he wouldn't do that. So
Why?
that's why it's so dang expensive, guys.
Because
No,
Thanks, Joe.
we did try and trim it down as much as we can, and do remember this is our estimate. We're engineers and we just put a budget together. Could it be cheaper than this? I think so, but I wouldn't want to promise you it would be cheaper than this.
And we may have $330,000, not
There could be.
$330,000.
Yes,
320 or somewhere in there.
somewhere in the middle.
that we
Yes.
have to spend by the end of this year,
Right.
or we lose it.
Hey,
Give
Al,
it back.
Yes,
is there contingency money in, as part of that, total?
yes, I've got 20% in that contingency number, Jim. So I've got about 50 grand out of the 370 as contingency.
So the difference between the SRF and what we need is around $70,000.
Yep. I see where you're going with that, and yes, we're very close here.
What's the potential risk to the town, timing wise, cost impact? Could this cost so much more to fix this if we don't do it now, or if we do it in 5 years?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jim. I think, worst case scenario is it's Christmas Day again and nothing can get fixed and turned on, and then you're calling someone in an emergency situation to do this. I don't even know what those costs would start to look like, but I know normally emergency calls are buku more than a typical planned thing. That's the risk I see. If we don't do something with this, we'll continue to be plagued by these mystery goblins and gremlins that Joe has to keep calling and troubleshooting. Crossing our fingers that generator continues to operate some things, because it doesn't turn the lights on in that
No,
building.
that is just the well houses, the pumps, and the new skater room, nothing else runs down there. Electric, heat, getting the doors open, anything. The barn, none.
It's all flashlights. and-
Yes, and hoping, try and get a door open, which we need a piece of equipment. So,
I will say the first time I went in that basement and saw that electrical equipment in the basement, that close to the river, I was a bit shocked. And, it does scare me.
I see we have discussed.
One quick question on that, Jim, though, is, okay, the building is still the floodplain too, so, yes, we may fix a sub-ground level issue, but that building is one of the lowest buildings in town, if not the lowest. Because I live right next door to it, so I know.
Jim, that's a great
If we haven't had water there, it usually heads west, but would we need to be fixing it in a different way if we're gonna fix it at all, or is this a stopgap, or what?
That's a great question, Jim. I think what I'd like to do is look into what the flood elevations are there and, see how that shakes out to where we want to put the equipment. Because to your point, if the flood elevation's halfway up that wall, we should probably stop and think about this a little bit more before we jump. So let me look at that and I'll get you a better answer.
So another option I think that's not mentioned here, is that there is some money in the water fund. Some of it obviously we're bookmarking for a water tower. But I think there are other funds there, and is it an option we should think about using those funds of that $70,000 to do this instead of going into further debt? I'm just throwing that out as maybe it's something we need to think about.
I agree with that
Yeah.
consideration.
But none of this affects whether or not we want to go forward and have them and give this warning shot that we are going to want to move forward.
Unless your decision is we don't want to do this project or move forward at all with this today.
Yeah, but all these different things we're talking about now can all be worked out post saying, yes, we want to move forward.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Spring's coming
Yeah,
up.
that's a good point. I would be in favor of letting, at least going ahead with
Exactly.
the SRF contact and getting that rolling.
Agree.
Very good.
An attic in there, Joe?
There's no roof and it's
No.
on top.
There is an attic, but we're not clearing those bats out. Yeah.
They're probably in Indiana Brown. That's what we would let you.
Can't find the right time of the year for that. Very good. Well, I appreciate those approvals, and if council's agreeable to it, I'll prepare an agreement for this work for next meeting, just to keep this moving.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks, Adam.
Yes.
Thank
Good news all everybody.
I have one more thing.
Oh.
Can't get rid of me just yet. The next thing is I want to provide an update on the asset management plan.
Yes, that's on your unfinished business down there, so
It was
we'll
down below here.
Yep.
Look at it now.
I think Joe's been talking to you about that, and the story's been, Wessler's gonna need another contract to do this. It's not the case. So we had a chance to look at House Bill 1459, which is legislation requiring that all utilities do asset management plans now. And the work that we are already under contract for you, the work that we're required to do for your SRF loan achieves those requirements. So that's all I got to say about that. We're not done with it yet. We've got maybe, I don't know, less than a week's worth of work on our end. So there will be some smaller costs associated with it. I'd say less than just $3,000 to $5,000 to get everything finished. But there won't be an additional new contract or new adventure or new mission to put this compliance document together for the asset management plan. Once we finish the SRF asset management plan, that'll be above and beyond what House Bill 1459 requires. And you'll be off the hook for, I think it's the next 5 years until the middle of 2030 when they require updates.
Nice.
So one bad news, one good news.
Yeah.
Are there any questions?
I don't think so. You guys? All right.
Appreciate everyone's time.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you, Adam. Moving on. Progress report on blighted houses, unfinished business.
United Houses up on 314, called, got the message, got nothing from them uptown, Blue House uptown. Nothing back from them. Did send out a fine to one house, ducks and chickens. Sent out some more over on 4th Street letter, trying to get that cleaned up.
Was that 214 Southboard?
314, or yes.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Yeah, it is.
We need to fix that.
Give them time, but it needs to be addressed, because they're not addressing it, so.
So Bob, on the 314 West Main, so what was the very first thing you did with them? Did we call them first, or was it considered unsafe? And then they came in and put the roof on it?
That was, they came and put the roof on, we were trying to get it done, Jim knows, or had to make contact with them on
Okay,
that
so
house.
we hadn't done that, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
So,
thinking,
and then they came
why
in
couldn't we
and did
take
the
the
roof and
steps?
go on.
I don't think we ever
We
actually
don't do
cleaned it
that,
unsafe. They
No.
got that done before we did that.
So how many, if they don't answer the phone and they're not, you send them
I
a
had not,
letter?
no, I had not sent them a letter. I called him, I have his number, the contractor that did the roof. So I'm calling him.
And he's not answering.
And he didn't answer, he hasn't responded this time,
We'll talk to you guys if we need to
so.
send another warning letter, or you can go back to Joe declaring it unsafe now and saying what remedy has to be done. And then what they've done so far is not satisfactory, so it's up to whatever you choose to do.
we can do that, because there's several others that are not getting response to on Forest, Church Street over there, not gotten deeds on the tax sales, Right.
Which one are church,
Sure.
117 or 140?
117.
Okay.
That was tax sale. Haven't gotten anything from them as far as the deed. The house on Jones, we did get information on that. They're waiting for that to be signed, and then they'll come in and start working on that. Jones and Chestnut over there, or Jones and Third Street. Did talk to Dan Worrell. He did call me yesterday, or day before yesterday. He'll be in here in the spring. He's planning on selling his stuff, but he's gonna be in here to address. There's that situation on that house on Front Street, and they've gotten a letter, sent them a letter last week. And they are aware that property owner is aware of the conditions of there. So, 140 Church, still no contact from that. That's supposed to be in foreclosure. And same thing with Parkway, getting ready to start that again, that process to send them so we can get that funding to get that house torn down, hopefully.
Is this the one that's leaning, or?
No, this is the one on the other side of that, on Parkway. They're supposed to be working to raise that foundation to get it off of the other house.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, does the Jones Street house, that has new owners now?
Yes, that was a tax sale. We have gotten a letter from, it's not on there.
Okay.
I didn't add that on there because he's the only one that's made contact. They're waiting final signatures on the deeds. So it is theirs, and then they will be in here to start on that. Now I don't know if they're tearing it down and starting over. We all know, you speak for myself, that needs tore down. That whole thing needs tore down and rebuilt if they're gonna do anything with it. It's a mess.
Yeah, it's been let go for far too long.
And I don't know if you still have contact with 314 West Main, with any of them, as far as that roof.
I haven't been in contact with them since, what was that, somewhere around Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and I talked to them in December, is when I called them, and then I called them Friday.
Yeah, his comment then was his work group was at another house. And when they finished up that house, they would be to this one, so.
Okay. Well, hopefully they'll call me back tomorrow, I hope, anyway. But the others, these are 311, got Parkway. 117 Church, I've got nothing. That was a tax sale, supposed to have been done, waiting on the deed confirmation on that one. And then like again, at 140 Church, foreclosure, but I can't get a hold of anyone to do anything with that. And that is a mess down there on that corner, so.
Can we foreclose on that? And
We've got a good lawyer, can't we just start legal proceedings? You quit messing around with all these warnings and you're a hassle and
That's what
you're,
I'm thinking.
just employ this man here to do what needs to be done and follow the ordinances.
and we've
Just
got,
be done with it.
yeah, I mean, we need to get some of these homes on a list to be torn down.
Because it's
Every
the same
meeting's the
repeated
same thing.
process every month, yeah.
You shouldn't have to go through this all the time.
Oh, it is, it's all done.
Give
By following the
this man
ordinance, so.
a job.
We just need to declare them unsafe, give them the time to decide what you say needs to be done if it is tearing down. When they don't, then at least we have the right to go forward to the next step. And ultimately, it may cost it down, but then get it back through a.
Yeah, we can utilize our
tax sale.
partnerships to help resolve that issue. And we need to do that. There are several homes here that do it.
The problem is just getting it, proving that you've given proper notice to whoever the owner is. And that's when it's in a foreclosure sale like that. Is the other person, is that who's to get it? Is the person that's foreclosing? Is it the buyer at the foreclosure sale? That's where Joe has, everybody has a problem getting that notice to the right person.
Yeah, I get no word, so I don't know if it's going right spot or not.
Right.
But
But technically, if you send it to the address that was last on the records for taxes, then that supposedly is enough good service, at least to get it started. So,
yeah, and we've done our good faith work to make this happen. So that then we just need to pull the trigger on a few of these things and get them off the list here so you don't have to mess with them. And then we can look at the next ones.
I agree, 100%.
Because there's more.
Oh, yeah, there's more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
We need
all
to
I-
clear some of these and start on
Yeah.
this again and then add to. Okay, anything else on that?
No, that's it.
Anybody else got anything on that?
No.
All right, Gary, do you want to speak on the cat and the?
Well, I don't want people to think we're not working on this because we are. We've contacted some local people and we're trying to enlist their help into moving this project forward. Mike and I have been to see the Vetted Animal Care Alliance. They've got a plan, but we'd like to involve the local people and get their support and help with this. And we're currently waiting on responses for that. But once we get the responses, then Mike and I are gonna make an appointment to see the vet at Animal Care Alliance, and we're gonna get something going. But we have been working on that this last month, and we are proceeding. We're just waiting responses right now. And we've gotten almost $3,000 in the account for this right now. So it's moving along.
And then I see we have some donations listed here. Do we need to have motions to accept those
Yes, you
donations?
can accept them in bulk.
Okay.
And one thing I just noticed, because we have members attending virtually, and even though we can see them, all votes taken during a meeting when someone's attending by this must be taken by a roll call vote. So you need to call out to
Okay.
carry each member to vote on anything. So right now, a motion to approve, you can do this in mass, a motion to approve these donations for the cat fund would be appropriate for the second, and then we can do the roll call vote.
All right, sounds good. I'll take a motion to approve the donations from Amy Bex in the amount of $60, Amber Colley in the amount of $15, Mark and Amanda Reveley in the amount of $40, and Boyd Legacy in the amount of $400.
Make that right.
I'll second it.
Hearing, call roll for a vote.
All right. Mike Amy,
Yes.
Debbie McGinley, Gary Cole,
Yes.
Jim King,
Yes.
and Jim McLean.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
Mhm.
And, yeah, we're gonna keep moving on this, so we've got a pretty good amount of money. I mean, we just need to get a good plan solidified, and until we get all the personnel in place, it's gonna, once we do though, we'll move forward on it, and, we do have some ideas, it's just getting the right people in the right place.
Mike, while we're talking about the virtual meetings, I would also remind everyone that a member may attend 2 consecutive meetings virtually, but then the next one has to be, before the next set, they have to be physically present. Can't do 3 in a row.
Okay.
Yep,
So,
thank you.
Okay.
And that's good update stuff for all of us. And the roll call vote, I forgot about that earlier.
yeah.
Okay, moving on, we're up in the unfinished business area. We're up to the update on Beals Moore survey of the cemetery land for new lots.
Got nothing.
Nothing?
Still nothing.
What do you suggest, Bob? He just keeps on Billsmore, he can't get him to.
No response.
They
You call Gordon down at the surveyor's office too?
Everybody should stay alive.
You might try it there, because see, he's also the county surveyor, so if you can't get him at Beals Moore office, try him at the surveyor's office.
Okay,
And just tell him that we really need to get something going.
All right, thank
okay,
you.
great, thanks.
Joe, I have Gordon's cell phone number too, so.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Moving on, asset management plan
He already
proposal
talked
from
about
Westler.
that.
We already talked about that with Adam. On to the next, 2026 fire contracts, Mount Auburn, Jackson Township, and East Germantown. There's some issues here.
Okay,
You might want to take the Jackson Township first, it's the easiest. You remember, they're on a locked-in 10 years because of their donation of the fire truck. And so we cannot change that amount, which is $15,500. I think they are expecting this, and so I think a motion to approve that one would be the easiest before we talk about the other two.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the fire contract with Jackson Township.
I'll make that motion.
Seconded.
And that is for $15,500 payable $7,750 2 times a year.
Okay.
okay.
Sherry, you want to call the roll for a vote?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Mike Amy,
Yes.
Debbie McGinley,
Yes.
Gary Cole,
Yes.
Jim King,
Yes.
Jim McLean.
Yes.
Roll call vote.
All right, Jackson Township, Contract is in place.
Okay, so
And
you,
here's, you got one.
I got one, yeah.
One you have
two.
signed too, so each side.
Here, can you? Good catch.
All right, now, next should we do Mount Auburn and
Yeah,
save
let's do Mount
East
Auburn.
Germantown
There's
for life?
that one and this one. So we're gonna send two. Mount Auburn.
As you saw, I prepared two, one for last year's amount of 1,400, 700, two installments of 700. Now I've got a blank one if you wanted to change the amount.
You want to go ahead and entertain that motion for,
Do you wanna keep the same amount for
yeah.
Mount Auburn?
Does anybody want to talk about the amounts on that, or are we good there?
Keep it the
Okay,
same?
which one was it?
Okay.
Mount
I don't
Auburn.
think there's any reason to increase them. I don't think.
Okay, I'll make a
I don't think the
motion
money's there from people, so.
that we accept Mount Auburn's,
I
the
second
same
it.
amount.
Same amount.
That would be 1,400 a year payable, two installments of 700 each.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Sherry, you want to call the roll?
Yes. Mike Amy,
Yes.
Evan Gilly,
Yes.
Gary Cole,
Here.
Jim
Yes.
King.
I'm here.
Okay, and Jim McLean.
You're still here?
More or less.
All right,
Yes, from me.
all right, thank you, that was fine. Fine. Okay, good.
Okay,
And here's the second one of that too.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here's Mount Auburn.
all right. Next up is, the East Germantown.
And they still owe us for December's. So
So that's half of
do we
last year,
send the
correct?
hammer, get the hammer to send a letter?
The handler can,
I
I
signed
can
that.
write them a letter, show them the copy of that set of contract.
That's all I had there.
Okay, this
This
one
is signature
is,
page.
What's that
this one here. I gave you, you got the other part.
Oh, okay, that's what I was looking for.
Okay, so there's that, so go sign this. Right. Okay, Gary, you're gonna sign this one.
Okay.
And this one, we're doing, that one's for Jackson County. Okay,
Right.
East Germantown. Is this-
So we have
No, I
heard from
mean-
East Germantown, correct, and they don't want to enter.
They
into
have
contract?
they have not contacted me, no. I spoke with, the guy who is filling in since their clerk retired. And he said that they did not want to pay it.
But that's not a formal, I mean,
We
we
have
haven't
not heard
received
nothing.
anything from their
We've
town
not received
council.
anything. We've not received a payment either, no.
Yeah, so they still owe us a payment,
Mm-hmm.
and they,
And we can still offer them a contract for this.
Yeah, you
year.
can still offer them
Yes.
that. And then if they reject it, then just stop the fire service.
Did they say why they didn't want to pay it? Did they say why?
I don't think they have the money and, they think that they're gonna roll anyway. Fire trucks are gonna go anyway on mutual aid.
but it will affect insurance for people who live there.
I don't know. It's just what he
I
said.
mean, if you're not, you're under contract with the fire department.
About time more to this, for the turtle truck.
As a practical matter, how would you treat this differently if they do not have a contract?
I'm gonna run until the town council doesn't not to. I mean, that's, they run the part I work for them. If I call, I'm going, unless they say, you're not taking our equipment.
I mean, is there a mutual aid contract that
East
There's not a written contract, we had mutual aid, Centerville and
is a good
Hagerstown.
faith
I guess we're
thing?
gonna vote on this.
Centerville and Hagerstown are mutual aid companies to us. Call comes in, dispatch, gonna dispatch all three departments, we're all gonna respond.
I mean, if that was the case, everybody's gonna stop paying their contracts saying they're all
Yep.
gonna show up.
Exactly.
Quite frankly, I don't understand, if they don't have the money to pay it, why don't they let it go back to town, township and unincorporate, they don't have a water department, they don't have a street department.
I
You know,
guess so.
I
They have no
understand.
way of creating any funds,
No,
really.
why don't they just go back, they unincorporate, they still have meetings,
I
but you know, I mean.
Yeah.
Then the township pays.
Sorry, I've got it.
Well, I guess when I write them to demand the second payment, I'd also like to write and say, in addition, we are again offering you this contract. If you do not sign off on this, I would like to be able to say, then something else is gonna happen, which would be, we will not respond, because otherwise you're falling right into their assumption that you're gonna pay them.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of places where they don't, either have a contract or they don't go. You know,
I
The
mean,
town,
May I
the
say
town has
that
the
to them,
right,
that you will not go?
if the town says we don't go, we don't go.
I'm all right with that, because literally,
I say that.
if every person who owned a building that had it insured, it would be like $20 a person, or $20 for each insured building to cover this contract. And they don't have that much money.
But if they're collecting money,
You know,
I mean,
maybe they should talk to their residents over there and their business owners over there and see if they would like to, do something to raise it. I mean, we can give them the time to do it, but until they come back with some decision.
Well,
You're
I'll
right,
give
I
them
mean-
some time that absent their signing off on a new contract by, the 1st of March, we will not be responding to any calls thereafter.
money went somewhere, because they have a tax base, and the township, or the town is getting money, just like Cambridge does. So where'd it go?
Yeah, it's not.
Well, their arguments, they're in Jackson Township, and Jackson pays already.
But they're incorporated
That
though.
argument from,
Well,
They're
Cambridge is
incorporated
Jackson
separately.
Township too.
Yeah, they think that we're double dipping.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah,
say.
exactly. Cambridge City's in Jackson Township
Sure.
as well, so.
the unfortunate part is they're not being good partners with us, and that's what upsets me. I would expect them to be better partners, and help support the fire department, and they're not doing it. It's just a disappointment to me, that they're not willing to do that, and as well as not even pay last year's bill.
Right. Or at least send us some official word of what their thinking is, or something, what they're doing, not just leave us hanging out here, basically. We have no information at all. I mean, what we think we know may not be right. So,
Well, we know they haven't paid.
we know they haven't paid, we know
That's
that.
pretty strong,
Yeah, so, yeah, I think we need to go,
This township.
So I may say.
Well,
that-
they had big concerns a couple years
This is-
ago, and we
this
ended
is-
up going to one of their meetings. And, we were gonna raise their
I think railroad tracks might well stay.
contract at that time. We elected not to because they requested us not to because they didn't have the money. And so we were good partners at that point and decided not to raise them.
mhm.
And, unfortunately, they're not doing the same for us.
Yeah, the cost of maintaining the fire department is still there, and they're expecting us to roll if they have a call. They should be partners with us in that. So, yeah, I'm all right with that. I think by March 1st, they need to be on board.
At least come to meeting and.
I like that.
Okay. Then consensus, that's how I will write the letter.
So they need to go ahead and approve the
Yeah, go
contract.
ahead and approve the proposed contract for 2000.
Was there a motion? I think I might have missed it.
I don't think it was yet.
I don't
Okay.
think there was one.
Okay.
A motion on,
East
East
Germantown
Germantown.
contract,
East
the
Germantown.
26th
I'll
contract.
we'll take a motion to approve the East Germantown fire contract as written.
Second.
Sherry
Okay.
Cole.
Roll call vote, Mike Amy,
Yes.
Debbie McGinn, yes. Gary Cole,
Yes.
Jim King.
Aye.
And Jim McLean.
Yes,
Okay.
yay.
All right, move on to new business.
Okay.
We need a motion to approve $89.45 donation to the fire department from Zion's Lutheran Church for the 25-cent sale.
I'll make that motion.
Seconded.
Okay, roll call vote,
Yep, call the vote.
Mike Amy,
Yes.
Debbie McGinn,
Aye.
Gary Cole.
Yes.
Jim King,
Yes,
Jim McLean.
yay.
All right.
Okay,
No,
motion passed.
yes, motion passes for that.
Okay.
And then we'll also take a motion to approve $3,881 from the Christmas lights in the park for the fire department as well.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay,
Roll call vote.
Mike Amy.
Yep.
Debbie McGinn,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Jim King,
Yes,
and Jim McLean.
yay.
Okay, motion passed.
All right.
And we might add, that was down
About
quite a
$1,500,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Quite a
it?
bit of money
Yeah,
this year.
well, we lost it one weekend. That one Saturday, which is usually busy, taking $6.50.
What happened there?
Cold.
The
When the
snow.
snowstorm,
Yeah.
Snow and.
People didn't get out.
Yeah. That really hurt us.
Yeah.
And I just, in general, I think every night was down, just a number of people out. It was just down. But we need more advertisement. This coming year, we're planning on, one of the Saturdays, having Santa Claus at the fire station during the day, having breakfast with Santa.
Oh, that'd be
So, try to get more people out. And we're gonna send, things to the school for the Thursday folders. Let people know that, make sure that they know that we're down there. Get more
Well, let
advertisement.
me know and I'll put it on announcements.
You just open the weekends too?
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday night.
Is that how it's always been?
Yeah, it's been that way for years.
Except like Christmas Eve. and-
Christmas Eve, we keep out all night long, and during that week, we run every day between Christmas and New Year. And that's when they use the barrels. That worked out, we got quite a bit of night that week, so.
okay. I guess we're up to staff reports. Joe? Have you already?
No. Question, making a list, trying to get some for auction, is it okay to buy, contact some auctions? We got the Miller cafeteria signs, the big ones down there. at
Yeah,
the
the stuff we wanna sell.
We found more bottles.
More bottles, glass,
You're
more bottles. There's
Are you
a-
making those?
Oh.
No, there's a
In
gallon and a half
crates?
of the half
You
gallon.
said crates too, right?
Yes, crates, they're in the crates. And the gallon glass jugs, there's probably 20 or 30 crates of those. Some of those are broken, so I figure if somebody knows more about it than I do, maybe they're worth a little more. Would like to, those Miller cafeteria signs, the big ones, the old half-ton truck, trying to get rid of that, because it needs to go. We don't get any paying insurance on it. And
Bicycles.
the bicycles, can you throw them in there? Or is that?
I'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we get rid of some of the bikes in the police garage. I don't know if we do that, but that's fine. Anything else I can find, but contact someone to get started so we know what we have.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, put a list together of everything. Yeah. Yeah, and then bring that back here and then,
Yeah, I'll get with somebody this month and
okay,
I take some pictures too.
Facebook Marketplace.
got it. Get some kind of money in here.
Yeah.
All right, fire department.
The high school has asked to use the fire station on the February 2nd, from 4 o'clock in the morning till 8:30 in the morning. They're trying to arrange a groundhog and have a
What time? 4?
4 in the morning till 8:30. They want to have a breakfast and have groundhog come in and have breakfast with them.
Oh, wow.
Is everybody gonna be there?
I'll probably unlock the door, I reckon.
I mean, is everybody gonna stay there?
Oh.
Firemen?
Well, they have both sponsors, I'm good with them.
Yeah, but, yeah,
And,
I just worry about.
I'll
the
read
kitchen.
luckily. Probably be
I
there.
worry about the kitchen.
Yeah, well, we'll oversee it, but, yeah, the school asked them, I really want to support school any way we can.
Sure.
So,
Do we need a motion to approve that, or is that?
It's kind of just a thing, I think, I just want to make you aware of it.
Yeah, that's the fire chief's call, I think.
And,
Great, fire chief.
oh, and, and I sent out about an email concerning the hazmat cleanup. Everybody should have got an email about that last week.
Yeah.
They raised the amount, Star Marshal sent out a letter, they raised the amount substantially
Oh, yeah.
that we charge. And, they changed the wording. Now we have a charge just to arrive and additionally each-hour charge, so it's good. It makes a big difference in what we can do. Just need to be, if we want to do it, the ordinance has to be rewritten. Because the amounts are on the ordinance.
Yeah, that's my question. When I got that, were you looking at two things? One, increasing the amount for the hazmat. And then if you notice, you're also allowed to charge them for any type of response. Are you trying to
I
encourage
would-
that?
It's entirely up to town. It's their equipment. If they want to charge, if they do, there's companies that will do that billing for us for a percentage. I wouldn't want to have to try to.
Yeah, I think in the past, at least everybody's thought that's what you pay taxes for.
Right.
And then
But
you
no,
hate
there's
to have
no-
your house burned and then get a bill for it.
But there's no additional part. Typically, what's done is they want them out to build into their policy. We don't charge, about what's in their insurance policy. You send a bill for however much it is, but then we take what the insurance pays is typically how that's handled.
But right now, we don't have an ordinance to allow that.
Right.
We do for the hazmat.
Yeah.
So we'd have to have an ordinance written that would say just no amount, but whatever that particular person's policy was willing to.
Well, what you might have
Up
is
to-
an amount, but willing to accept
Yeah.
whatever the insurance pays. days.
Yeah, we're never gonna go after somebody about what they're in. Yeah, I'll never be willing to go after, somebody's lost their house, as long as I know you need over $100. But all the insurance policies have a part on them for fire department service.
But you are one to recommend going up on amount for the hazmat.
Yes, I'd like the whole hazmat
I can
thing,
prepare that if that's what council desires.
And then it's try to let the council how they want to handle our other fire and other calls.
Yeah.
We do need, we're lacking a lot of it in our CCI, and basically the way I read that, that's kind of where it would go into CCI, I'd go in the CCI fund, which is for head fire trucks, so me.
Right.
Well, do you want to charge for other calls?
We want to talk about that before we make a decision.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah.
But again, I will never be in an agreement of charging more than what their insurance will pay.
Right.
Go after an individual.
I think that's something to think about though, because it is just getting more and more expensive and
And you have a tax base, the tax is not going to get any better, though. That's not going to change. There's just no more.
not quickly anyhow.
Not quickly.
Not the amount of time
And not
we need
enough
to
to make a lot of difference.
All right, police.
So you guys should have Richard's annual report. It's pretty consistent over the last couple of years.
Yep.
Nothing too crazy there. And that is all I have to report.
Awesome.
Nothing else? All right, Bob, have you got anything for us?
I would. I have my contract if you so desire to keep me for another year.
I would gather raise stuff out of.
Yeah.
As pointed out in my email, it is the exact same contract other than the hourly rate going from 210 to 225, which is still well below our firm's normal rate. And it is in such a nominal amount. We did not raise the budget for anything, and I think as long as we can keep my hours to all that's necessary, it won't impact your budget at all for this year, just more per hours.
We need a motion on that?
I'll make a motion, we keep Rob.
I'll second the motion.
Yeah.
You might say approve the contract rather than keep you locked up and keep you here.
Yeah.
Who's Bob?
Yeah.
We keep him.
Everything around and go.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Call the roll.
Mike Amy,
Yes.
Kevin Gillen,
Do something like
Gary
that.
Clark,
Yes.
Jim King,
Yes.
Jim Clark.
It's got it.
Yes.
But that's not. Oh, Neil.
Did you say yes or did?
I didn't hear him say.
I didn't hear you
think
say yes. Did you say yes?
Little girl calls me.
You're on mute, Jim.
Sure.
Jim?
You know,
Yes.
Okay, gotcha, thank you. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you can hang around. All right, anyone else? Jim, M, you got anything?
Real quick, so everybody knows, we're working on a grand opening for the performance venue, currently scheduled for May 8th. Everybody, the council will be invited to that, and I highly recommend you come. We're working along with the Wayne County Foundation and Cambridge City Main Street, Cambridge City Chamber to put on a pretty big celebration and a ribbon cutting, and we'll have food and music and such, and so look for that. Along with that, we're looking at doing a naming contest for the venue. Way that's going to work, we're going to, and the foundation is going to help us with this, with some social media, put out and request recommendations for names. And all of those recommendations will then come to the park committee, and that'll get narrowed down to probably somewhere between 5 or 6 names. It will go back out for a vote among the population, and hopefully at the end we'll have some kind of a name to call our new venue instead of just the new venue. So that is all in process, but do put May 8th in your calendar for that grand opening.
And Jeff, are
The other thing I wanted to bring up was I told Sherry I would do this, that I really would like to recommend we pinch some pennies the first months of this year as our general fund is in the best of situation. I'm not saying we're broke, because we're not, but I do think it would be wise to put some thought into any money we spend, I guess is what I'm gonna say. I'm trying to be fiscally responsible here, so I did say I'd bring that up, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's make sure we think through any money that we spend for the next several months till we get our next appropriation. That's all I have.
All right. Jim King,
Nope, nothing.
Gary.
I just wanted to thank the town workers who gave up their Christmas day to work on the massive water leak, because Ken and Ryan and Ron and Joe were all there most of the day, and they kept the water running. Oh, it was kind of questionable there for a while. 1.3 million gallons, but they gave up their Christmas to help the town out. I appreciate it.
Yes.
And we got the bill, we got the bill today from
Bill's a lot
Cooley,
better.
so it's $16,000.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I was,
Oh, that's
thought
not too
that was-
bad.
And that's what we thought.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
Wow,
nice.
that's pretty good.
all right.
Let's not go for 3 in a row next year.
No.
Amen. Better things to do.
All right, Debbie, you got anything?
No.
No? I don't have anything except, I'd like to say that we're gonna move forward with the thing with the cats, and if anybody out there, if you know anybody that would like to help, volunteer to help, once we get a date set, please have them contact either myself or Gary,
Please.
and we will fix you up with something to do that day. All right?
Cat brain.
Exactly. If there's nothing else, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Let's adjourn.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, all.
I'll send documents to you to sign. Jim King? Okay, Jim McLean? All right, gotcha. All right. See you guys, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. He didn't need to